What is going on, YouTube? Here we go again. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of 2x2 Growing. Hope you're all having a really awesome day. All right, in tonight's episode, we are going to be going over the 5 fastest growing strains you can get in the year 2025. Starting off with number 5, and that is going to be a strain called Lowrider. This is basically the OG of all the auto strains. This is what started it all about 20 years ago, and it has about a 40 to 45 day flowering stage. We have a very low yield for the plant though. It's about 1 ounce a plant. Also low crystals on it. The low THC is about 10%. And then it's about 50 centimeters tall. Super easy to grow. Indica dominant, has some nice spicy, woody, and herbal tones to it. The crosses that made this OG up was Northern Lights number 2 and Williams Wonder. And you can't forget a little bit of that Mexican Ruderellus in there. And if you're wondering what entity made this one, none other than the joint doctor, healing all the joint pains possible, was the creator of this one. Coming in at number 4, we have a strain called Orion. This is the F1, and it takes about 35 to 40 days, 70 days in total from seed to harvest. Maximum 2 ounces a plant, low 20%, so that is a decent amount right there for the time that it takes. About 80 centimeters tall for the maximum height. Super easy to grow, sativa leaning, but kinda looks like an indica strain when you're growing it. The crosses, the lineage that make up this one is none other than Blue Mammoth, auto of course, crossed with Blue Dream and Amnesia. And if you're wondering who the mad scientist was behind this one, it was Royal Queen Seeds. Moving on to number 3. And for number 3, we have Epsilon F1 Auto. This is a really fast strain. It flowers in about 30 to 40 days. You can run it as fast as 60 days from seed to harvest. Now, this is where you're going to pay for having such a fast strain because it does have much lower of a yield. We're talking less than 1 ounce a plant, only up to 18%. Still decent, but not that high whatsoever. The height of this plant gets to about 45 centimeters, small and uniform, something you can really work with. Super easy to grow, sativa leaning, and it smells like blueberry and lavender pretty much. For the lineage of this strain, we have Blue Dream crossed with Amnesia Lemon Haze, crossed with Blueberry, crossed with Black Domina. And once again, this super speedy strain was made from none other than Royal Queen Seeds. Before I go over the final 2, and mind you, one of these final 2 was so good, I have to actually grow this one myself. That's going to be the one that comes in at number 1 spot. But before I get to those, I just got to give a nice friendly reminder because it is that time of the year. Once again, if you were thinking about buying any grow equipment, definitely get on it now because it is the best pricing of the whole entire year. And if I'm going to be buying anything, it is definitely at this week in this time period because you can't get much better than right now. Everything is just blowing out the door. Go give Mars Hydro a check out. They have some absolutely amazing sales on. Anyways, now that I'm done shilling, let's go back over to the list. And we have coming in at number 2, Hindu Kush Auto. That's right, you might remember this name. I mentioned this name as a landrace strain in my last video, but this is the auto version, completely different. It is definitely no landrace strain. It has been crossed, but let's just go over some of the stats here because this is definitely a gooder. We have about 1.6 ounces per plant, up to 24%. In the amount of days that it takes to grow this, that is absolutely insane. The total amount of days from seed to finish is 65. The flowering stage is about 39 days. That is completely bonkers to have something that's about 24% that grows that fast. And it is super easy to grow, only grows up to about 40 inches. Indica dominant strain, of course, you could guess such a thing. For the aromas that's coming off of this, you have that nice earthy pine, sweet woody combo for this one. For the lineage, we have Hindu Kush crossed with Stardog, crossed with Ruderellus, and the mad genius that made this one up was Weed Seeds Express. Moving on to number 1, and this one, it is the one that I'm going to be trying to grow myself personally, and the entire life cycle is usually 8 to 10 weeks, but we have reports of it being done from 56 to 63 days with a flowering cycle of about 35 to 40 days. And that is crazy because when you hear the percent that's coming with this one, you won't even believe it. Yeah, we're talking 28%, everyone. That's right, 28% with an average yield of 1.5 to 1.8 ounces per plant. Super easy to grow. It is resistant to everything almost. Powder mildew, pests, nothing wants a piece of this plant. It grows up to 120 centimeters tall. It is indica dominant. It tastes and it smells like a tropical fruit slushy. The lineage that made this beast up was Frosted Skywalker crossed with extra large auto. The entity that made this concoction was none other than Too Fast for Buds. Anyway, I hope you like that list. I'm going to be wrapping this episode up right about now, so please go down there and smash that like button. Take her easy, everyone. I will see you next time.